Hey everyone, I'm back with a few cards to share. This will be my last Christmas in July for 2023, since we only have a few days left in July anyway. But I wanted to share some cards that I created. It all kind of started with me looking at my stash and some of the things that I have not used, or very rarely used, if at all. I think these are mostly not used, but kind of started with these dies here. And these dies all come from the same company. It is a company over in Germany. Here is the website right here if you're looking for it. And Stephanie Grimm is actually the owner of the store. I know that her dies are actually made here in the United States. They're made here and then they're shipped to Germany. And then when I order, she ships them back to the US. So very unique designs. She does have other things in her store that she sells from other brands, but she does sell her own branded merchandise. So I got to looking at all my dies that I've ordered from her, and this is the die that this sleeve belongs to. So you can see it's a window with snowflakes around. And then they have all these, they're called panorama dies. So there's this one with the kids in front of the tree, this deer, this two kids on a sled, and the three houses with the tree, and these trees, and then two of the skyscapes. So I have one that has stars, and this one has snowflakes. And you can layer those all up, to create scenes. I also use this embossing folder, which is from her store. I know that this is in German, so just kind of ignore that because I only use this portion of it. And then here are the stamps and other dies that I use. Let me show you the rest of the dies first. So we have this MFT Peekaboo window. I put my square and the rectangle in the same packaging just because they are the same thing, but they don't come together, so you'd have to order each one separately. This Wacky Stitch Circles from Impression Obsession, and I think I used the one with the tape on it, I believe. No, it was this one. The second one in. This Concord and Ninth large, what is this called? Ornamental dies. I actually just used the topper here. Sorry for the glare. I used the topper part of this die. I used this card base from My Creative Time. This is the 4-inch circles. So this is what I use, the actual die, base die. And then this also from Honeybee Stamps. This is the Globe Ornament Shaker card. I just used the top again for this. I didn't use the shaker portion. So these are the stamps that I use for my cards. These are all paper tray ink stamps. These are nice and affordable because these are $5 each, but these came out last year. Just Sentiments Believe, Winter Globe Sentiments, and Inside Greetings Believe, and then this one is Winter Swirls. And initially I was just going to use the snowflakes out of here, but I actually did use the swirls too. So yeah, great stamp set to have. I did also use this paper, the Mintai Winterland, and this one is a paper from Poland. I don't know if the year is on here, but this one is an older paper pad, a couple years old now. And then this metallic paper from Tim Holtz Ideology. So there's a gold and a silver in here. I use the silver one for my topper. And then I use these two inks. This is Weathervane and the Ton Blue Diamond. And this is because it matches the paper that I chose out of this paper pad. So there's that. And then, these trims. I use this Sugar Cookie trim, the white one here, from Frank Garcia Studios, from Prima. And this Distress Rock Candy Glitter. I can't speak. You have to use glue for this one. This is embossing powder that is ultrafine silver. I also use this as well and heat embossed some of my sentiments. So those are the things that I used. Let me share my cards with you. And I will show you two at a time because they're kind of similar to each other. So these two cards are A2 size cards. This is the first one that I did. So you can see here's the window and then the buildings with the little children standing in front of the Christmas tree or the evergreen. And then I stamped some of the snowflakes, and there's a sentiment. There's the trim, and this button is actually from a Stampin' Up! Pack that had red and white buttons as well. And I did glare up some of the snowflakes on the sides because it comes inside the circle that cut. Okay. So there's the pattern paper, and then on the inside you can see I stamped a few snowflakes, added some scrap pieces of paper, and that's the first card. The second card that I have is this one here, and this is the one with the embossed image. You can see that the words don't show up here. I did stamp this particular sentiment from the sets that I shared. And you can see the paper a little bit better here because it's on top. And then I just added some glittered up embellishment snowflakes from my stash. Okay, these are not buttons because they're flat on the back. I didn't have to cut anything. And there's that window from MFT. This is the inside of that card, very similar. Another scrap there. Oh, and all of my cards are stamped similarly on the back with this and the snowflake in the middle. And then the last two cards that I have to share with you all are the shaped cards that look like your Christmas baubles that you'd hang on a tree. And again, I used white paper for all of my layering here because I liked how it goes kind of with that background paper. And I didn't want it to be like, you know, where you have like too many colors together. I could have, you know, watercolored all of these things in here, like the trees and stuff. But I thought this would be nice and kind of serene, I guess you could say. So there's the embossed sentiment in the embossing powder. And then I've layered it up on top of some vellum here that I had a scrap of because I wanted the snow to look white instead of seeing through to the blue in the back. And then this topper was added at the last part because, you know, you have basically a circle, which is the base of the card. And I knew I could make it look like the Christmas bauble if I added that. So it's kind of nice. And then there is the stamp sentiment and the swirls and snowflakes. So that's a nice card. And I think I'm going to actually put like some tinsel trim through the loop so you can just tie it to a gift instead of having an envelope for it. So it kind of serves as a tag. And then you can also use it like an ornament. So this one is very similar, except it's got the deer and the trees and then the snow falling. Or actually, this is, I'm sorry, the stars, starry background. And this has also got an embossed sentiment on it in silver. And I think I used the same inside sentiment, but a different swirl pattern for this one. So I really love how these turned out. These are my cards for the last part of July, Christmas in July 2023. I hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned for more because I'll probably be making more cards, just not in the month of July. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.